What if I told you there's a laptop so thin, so light, and so powerful that it redefines what a portable computer can do? One that fits in your bag like a notebook, yet handles everything from video editing to gaming with ease? Meet the 2024 Apple MacBook Air 13-inch with the M3 chip, a machine that doesn't just meet expectations, it obliterates them. For years, we've been told that power comes at the cost of portability. That if you want a laptop that can handle serious work, you have to sacrifice sleek design and battery life. But Apple's MacBook Air has always challenged that assumption, and with the M3, it's sharper than ever. Whether you're a student cramming for finals, a professional juggling spreadsheets and presentations, or a creative pushing the limits of photo and video editing, the MacBook Air M3 is built to keep up without weighing you down. Let's start with the first thing you'll notice, the design. Apple's signature wedge shape is back, and it's as stunning as ever. At just 7 pounds and under half an inch thick, this is the kind of laptop that disappears in your bag. The aluminum unibody construction isn't just for looks. It's durable, scratch-resistant, and feels premium in a way that most laptops can't match. The Starlight finish is subtle yet elegant, catching the light beautifully without being flashy. And the backlit Magic Keyboard? It's the gold standard for typing comfort, with just the right amount of travel and a satisfying click. The Force Touch trackpad is massive for a 13-inch machine, offering precise control and haptic feedback that makes gestures feel intuitive. Now let's talk about what's under the hood, the Apple M3 chip. This isn't just an incremental upgrade. It's a generational leap in efficiency and performance. The 8-core CPU and up to 10-core GPU deliver blazing fast speeds whether you're compiling code, rendering 3D models, or streaming 4K video. But what really sets the M3 apart is its efficiency. Apple Silicon is built on a 3-nanometer process, which means it sips power while delivering desktop-class performance. That efficiency is why the MacBook Air can boast up to 18 hours of battery life. Real-world use, not just Apple's marketing numbers. I've used it for full work days without even thinking about plugging in, and that's a game changer for productivity on the go. The display is another standout. The 13.6-inch Liquid Retina screen is bright, vibrant, and color accurate, with a resolution of 2560 by 1664 pixels. Whether you're editing photos, watching movies, or just browsing the web, everything looks crisp and lifelike. The 500 nits of brightness ensure visibility even in direct sunlight, and the P3 wide color gamut means colors pop with accuracy. It's not a promotion display like on the MacBook Pro, but for most users, the smooth 60 Hz refresh rate is more than enough. Let's talk about memory and storage. The base model comes with 16 gigabytes of unified memory, which is plenty for multitasking, running multiple apps, and even light video editing. The 512 gigabytes SSD is snappy and fast, with read and write speeds that make file transfers feel instantaneous. If you're someone who works with large files, like raw photos or 4K video, you might want to consider upgrading to 1 terabyte or more, but for most users, 512 gigabytes is a sweet spot. Now, let's put this machine to the test. Imagine you're a freelance designer working on a client project. You've got Adobe Photoshop open with multiple layers, a web browser with 20 tabs, and a music app playing in the background. The M3 handles it all without a single stutter. Switching between apps is seamless, and exporting a high-resolution image takes seconds, not minutes. Or picture yourself as a student. You're taking notes in class, recording lectures, and later editing a video project in iMovie. The MacBook Air keeps up effortlessly, and the battery lasts through a full day of classes without breaking a sweat. But no laptop is perfect, and the MacBook Air has a few trade-offs. The lack of active cooling means sustained heavy workloads, like long renders or gaming, can lead to thermal throttling. It's not a deal breaker for most users, but if you're pushing the limits, you might want to look at the MacBook Pro. The port selection is also limited to 2 Thunderbolt/USB 4 ports and a MagSafe charging port, so you'll likely need dongles for HDMI, USB-A, or SD cards. And while the speakers are good for a laptop, they're not as immersive as what you'd get from a dedicated sound system. How does it stack up against the competition? Well, in the ultra-portable category, the closest rivals are the Dell XPS 13 and the HP Spectre X360. Both are excellent machines, but they can't match the MacBook Air's battery life or the seamless integration of macOS. Windows laptops often struggle with driver issues or bloatware, while the MacBook Air just works out of the box. The Dell XPS 13 is a bit more powerful in raw specs, but it's also more expensive and doesn't have the same level of optimization. The Spectre X360 is a 2-in-1, which is great if you need that flexibility, but it's heavier and doesn't have the same efficiency as Apple's M3 chip. So, who is this laptop for? If you're a student, a professional, a creative, or anyone who values portability without sacrificing performance, the MacBook Air M3 is a no-brainer. It's the ultimate blend of power, efficiency, and design. But if you're a power user who needs maximum performance for heavy workloads, or if you rely on specific ports or peripherals, you might want to consider the MacBook Pro instead. The 2024 MacBook Air with M3 chip is more than just a laptop. It's a productivity powerhouse wrapped in a featherlight package. With up to 18 hours of battery life, a stunning display, and the blazing fast M3 chip, it's designed to keep up with your life, not hold you back. And with Apple Care Plus for 3 years, you're covered for the unexpected. If you're ready to upgrade your workflow, or just want a laptop that disappears in your bag while doing everything you ask of it, the MacBook Air M3 is the one to get. Click the link below to check the latest price, and take the first step toward a lighter, faster, and more powerful computing experience. Trust me, your future self will thank you.